Hey, what is up, guys? It's Kevin back in with a quick new video, just showing you guys what I've been doing and what I've been working on. Now, if you looked at my last video, I said that I was going to buy a Miata, but unfortunately, after I sold the Acura, I called the guy and I was like, hey, can I go pick up the car now? And he sold it. So I had to jump back online and I found a different car. Well, I was actually looking at a Honda Civic hatchback, which was an EG, but it was like 2.5 hours away from me. And I was talking to the guy that night about it, and I talked him down to $300. And then I found an EK Coupe, which was an hour away, but I wasn't really feeling either of those cars. So I went out the next morning to go look at the hatchback, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump online real quick and see if there's anything else. Fortunately, a Honda popped up, and it had been posted for like 17 minutes. The guy wanted $500 for it, and he wrote this big ad on Craigslist. So I called him, and it didn't have like where he was at or whatever. So I called him. He told me, yeah, dude, I was driving the car from California. I stopped by a Firestone or whatever. They did the CV axles. They did the left one, but couldn't get the right one. They said they couldn't do it, so the car just sat there. So basically, this shop couldn't get the CV axle out of the transmission, so left the boot part, or the part that goes in the transmission, but pulled the rest of it off. And they was like, yeah, we can't do it. So the dude couldn't drive the car. So he was coming back to Georgia. So he left the car there, and eventually he had it towed. So I was like, yeah, dude, where you at? And he was like, literally like 15 minutes away from the house. I was like, yeah, dude, I'll go stop by right now and take a look at it. I went over there. It was a good, decent looking car, I guess. And he showed me everything was going on with it. He said I hadn't started it since it was at the shop like 2 months ago. He had just got it towed back. So I was like, okay, dude, I'll give you $200 for it. And he was like, well, you know, the junkyard wanted to give me 125, so I guess I'll take 2 for it. Had a clean and clear title. I didn't hear the car run. The car actually had no oil in it because he said it had an oil leak. So I was kind of going out on a limb, but let me show you guys what this car is. This is a 1999 Honda Prelude. And as you can see, the car is pretty good condition. Now this door, the fenders, the hood, and the front bumper, he said he got from a different Prelude, because I guess what he had on there was kind of dented up or whatever. But it's got brand new tires, and this is a $200 car. So it's got brand new tires. There's no real dents. The only real dent in the car is right here, and you can barely see it. The reason I got this car, I don't like Preludes very much, but I do like Preludes in 5-speed. And of course, this is a 5-speed. Let me show you the interior. As you can see, this interior is basically flawless. It has the touchscreen radio, but I believe a fuse is blown because the blinkers don't work and the radio doesn't work. But that's a $200 radio by itself. And of course, it's got the Momo shift knob. When I got it home, I did start it up, and it seemed like it ran okay. Let me show you under the hood real quick. And oh yeah, it has the H22 engine. Of course, with the 5-speed transmission, this motor is incredible. It sounds really, really good. It's got 212,000 miles. It's got the DC strut brace. It's got the AEM cold air intake, which goes all the way down there. The battery's good. DC headers. I mean, after I got this car fixed, then what I had to do is, let me show you here. So on the driver's side, this right here is where the CV axle is, and where it actually connects to the transmission. So this was stuck in there. I tried my hardest to get the damn thing out, and I couldn't. So what I did is bought a brand new CV axle, and you know, unclamped the boot, and I pulled the CV axle out of here and just slid it into there and put a new boot clamp on it, and it was perfect. I mean, I drove it for about 45 minutes, and it doesn't overheat, has no issues whatsoever, no check engine light. The heat AC works. The only problem I gotta figure out is why the blinkers and everything is not working. But let me start it up for you here. go. This motor sounds great. Like I said, everything works on it, and you can see the interior is just in phenomenal shape. So the CV axle was hold on a second. So the CV axle itself was $72, and the car was $200. And like I said, it was like 15 minutes away, so I really didn't spend too much on gas. So I'm less than $300 into this car, and it runs and drives incredible. And like I said, it's a 99 with the H22 5-speed transmission. People love these cars as long as they're 5-speeds, just like I do. And if they're automatics, the automatics are crap, just like most Honda cars. The automatics are really bad, but in 5-speed, they're definitely desirable. So $300 or less than $300 in good running driving car, you really can't beat that. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the blinkers and all that, figure out what's going on with the radio, and post it up for sale. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll talk to you later.